Good morning, guys. The last task we're going to complete today is for drama. So there's a couple things that we need to do for this task and for our skit that we're going to create. First up is to develop some characters. So we need to keep in mind our Australian habitat that we created earlier for visual arts, as that's going to be the inspiration for our characters and the setting for the skit that we create. Your characters, they must be linked to the setting of our visual art habitat. So we can't have like sharks flying if your habitat was in the sky or anything like that. We'd have some birds or insects. Something that makes sense for that habitat. For example, my setting is a river, and the two characters I created are Harry the Owl, which is going to be this fella here, and Freddy the footy player, which is going to be this guy. If you don't have access to a doll or toy or anything, that's fine. We can just create their personality, and you can act that out yourself. But if you do have a toy, give it an appearance. If you do have a toy to give an appearance for your character, like the owl here, that's okay. If you already got an appearance, um, start off with just creating their personality. Like I said, if you don't have a quick sketch, give it an appearance just to give us an idea of what your character looks like. Doesn't have to be 10 out of 10, just give us a brief idea of what it is. So if you're in the ocean, draw a fish, give it some color, give it a name, just give it a little brief description of its background and stuff like that. So my first character here is Harry the Owl. He lives close by the river, and he uses it. He uses its ecosystem to help himself and his owl family survive. Freddie the footy player. He's obviously a footy player, and he's having a team celebration by the river. Harry isn't a very nice person though, because he likes to litter and doesn't have much respect for the environment. Now that we have this background information, it's time to create a skit. It only has to last about 30 seconds, doesn't have to last too long, keeping in mind the setting in our two characters that we have just created. It can be a conversation or a monologue or something like that, it's up to you. Be as creative as possible and try not to stick to what is considered normal. Be creative, just have fun. I'll give an example down below of the skit that I've created with my two characters. And like I said, don't only include what is considered normal, because in my one I'll have Harry the Owl and he's going to conversate with Freddy. So we'll go from there and I'll show you guys an example. Alright, so we've got our scene here. The first thing we're going to do is create an intro for our skit. So for the intro for our skit, we're going to have Freddy walk in, set the scene, and then we will go from there. So Freddy's going to walk into the scene here. He sees the river. He's going to sit down. He throws some rubbish on the floor. Oh, what a good day this is. I'm going to relax. I'm not going to clean up my rubbish. I might have a sleep. Let's lay down. So there's the intro, setting the scene of Freddy making a mess of the river and not cleaning it up. The next thing we're going to have is a rise in tension. So that is where the owl, Harry, is going to fly in. Harry's going to fly in and he's going to wake up Freddy. Freddy, you're leaving your rubbish in the river where I need to eat and keep my family safe. Can you clean it up? No, I'm not cleaning up after me. I am going to keep relaxing like I originally planned to do. Well, that is a really silly thing to do. Harry the Owl flies away, creating tension between the two characters. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to try and fix the tension. So to do that, Harry refuses to clean up. And what we're going to do now to fix it, the owl is going to fly back in and he is going to offer to help clean instead of just get angry at Freddy. So in comes Harry. Hey Freddy, sorry I got angry at you before. Would you like some help to clean up the rubbish? Yeah, that would actually be awesome. Let's work together and do it together as a team. So now our scene is complete because we've got a resolution, which is Harry and Freddy clean up the mess together as a team.